let's start off with your signing of yesterday. Jim Thome comes under the fold, gives you some depth if you have injuries, and also gives you a leader in the clubhouse. Tell us how this all came about.
Well, it came about pretty quickly. I think we've expressed some interest in him. We've loved this guy, probably out of jealousy for a long time. And I noticed in your lead-in with all the home run by Mauer and the home run by, home runs by the Twins, and then you had one of Thome. I think he's hit 52 or 54 against us in his career. So. He's been a Twins killer, and certainly 2 years ago in that 163rd playoff game against the White Sox, he broke our hearts. But we're glad to have him. He's, as you said, Jim, he's a leader. He's a threat off the bench, and we really envision this as a backup role. Delman Young and Denard Span and Michael Kadire are penciled in as our outfielders, and Jason Kubel's our DH, and Ron Gardenhire will get Jim at bats when he can, and certainly if we have an injury, he provides a lot of great, a threat every day off the bench.
But is it a situation where when you go into this offense, do you have a certain amount of at-bats that you want to try to set for him to keep him in a rhythm? Because I could imagine that if you go, like a typical manager goes with the hot hand, and, Ron Gardenhire said flat out yesterday, listen, Span is his left fielder, or Young is his left fielder, and Kubel's your DH. Is it possible that he could get rusty from not playing enough?
Well, it's possible, but we were very upfront with everybody in this that we are looking at this as a backup role and a support player, basically a threat off the bench. Again, during the course of the season, guys get banged up, and the answer to your question, do we have a set number of at-bats, the good thing about my job is I don't have to worry about it. Gardenhire does. And Gardy decides who plays when, and we think that Jim Thome is going to get plenty of at-bats with us, but we are going into this that it's a backup role and a support role. And the biggest thing is a threat off the bench late in the game that, gives us a good weapon.